doing that doing the live chat. You know what I mean? Go with that on the live, put that shit up. Yeah. But make sure y'all hit the fucking like button if y'all in here, man. Feel me? Knock that shit. It's real life boxing. Let's see if it'll let me type. Can't write up my work, you fuck. I'm using my new streaming app I came up on, so let me fuck with it. You know, we gotta stay trying to find ways to make our streams and our videos better, you know what I'm saying? I don't know that though. It's how it works. Oh, there we go. Chat came up on the screen. Alright, see, I was testing out the chat. Mad. But I ain't staying on here too long, man. I was just trying to see how much people I could get up in here on this chat real quick. But anyway, I personally don't think that the Charlos got exposed. I think that Jermell Charlo won his fight, but Tony Harrison boxed good, but I still think that Jermell Charlo, I mean, he was boxing to survive. I feel like Jermell Charlo should have been boxing more instead of just trying to knock him out. You know what I'm saying? Even when I'm training my kids right now, like I try to stay telling them to use their jab. Like, you gotta use your jab. You gotta use your jab. You gotta use your jab. You know what I'm saying? Like, the jab is the most important punch in boxing. And I'm gonna be doing a video on that real quick. Like, I feel like, you know, people when they're learning how to box, they love to throw a lot of power punches. They just love those power punches, how hard they can hit something. But it's like, yo, once you fighting somebody that could box, like, you could throw all the power punches that you want. You're not gonna be able to hit him. You gotta learn how to work behind the jab. In the Charlos, I mean, you know, Jermell Charlo knows how to work behind his jab. You know what I'm saying? It's just that in these fights, like, you gotta stay mentally sharp, and you know what I'm saying, your fighting IQ has to be up there. You gotta fight behind the jab. You gotta be pumping the jab. You gotta be up and down with the jab. You know what I'm saying? Up and down with the jab, up and down with the jab, doubling and tripling up the jab, and then coming with the right hand behind it. You know what I'm saying? Upstairs, downstairs, feinting before you throw. Move your head, throw a right hand, throw the jab. You gotta box smart. You know what I'm saying? This dude was just swinging punches. But he was fighting very aggressive. He just wasn't fighting smart. On that note, I still think that he won the fight. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that Tony Harrison did enough. And people say, like, he's outboxing him stuff. Yo, I watched that fight like 3 times. And for every one punch that Tony Harrison lands, Jermell Charlo lands like 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? And even if Jamal's not landing them clean, they're still hard punches, and he's landing them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Tony Harrison would counter. You know, he would hit him a few good times, but he just wasn't doing enough. Like, a whole minute would go by, and this dude hasn't thrown one punch yet, or just a jab. And to me, like, that shit is not enough. And another thing is, like, you know, everyone's saying that Jermell was missing a lot. Like, Tony Harrison was missing a lot too. He just kept doing the same combination. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And a lot of times he would hit the jab and he would miss the 2 and the 3. He almost never hit Jermell Charlo with a left hook in that whole fight. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all go watch the fight. He almost never hit Jermell Charlo with the left hook. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, killer. Word killer. Word killer. Word killer. Yeah, the jab. I'm talking about Jermell. I'm talking about Jermell right now. Jermell should have been working behind his jab. But what you're saying about the lefty, Jamal was fighting a lefty, but he still worked off of his jab. He kept that jab in his face. The southpaw didn't really know how to stop Jamal's jab. So Jamal, the jab was working for him in his check hook, but we ain't get into to Jamal yet. But Jermell should have been working behind his jab, feinting, instead of just trying to knock him out. When you got a good boxer that could box and move their head, like you could swing, all you want, and you're not gonna be able to hit him. Like you got to set the shit up. You got to set him up. And Jermell could box pretty good, so I don't know why he wasn't. I guess he was just being overzealous and thought he was gonna be able to get Tony Harrison out of there. But I still think that he won the fight though. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that Tony Harrison did enough, yo. And throwing 1-2 punches every minute, a whole minute goes by. Like I just don't think like you could beat a champion like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't beat a champion like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. ConcuBox had him with more power punches thrown and landed. You know what I'm saying? More power punches thrown and landed. I honestly don't see how people had Tony Harrison winning that fight. He boxed. Yeah, people say he controlled the pace of the fight. I wouldn't say that. He was boxing scared. Like he wasn't boxing to like, you know what I mean? Even if you're boxing defensively off the back foot, he wasn't like, I don't know. The dude like throwing one punch every fucking 40-45 seconds, a jab, like I don't know, man. But Jamal had the problem with the left-hander. Shout out Killer in the comments section, Kill's Corner, because we're about to do that video on how to fight a fucking southpaw. Maul just seemed like he didn't really, I can't really put my finger on it, but standing in front of the southpaw, you know what I mean, dude was hitting him with that straight left, hitting him with it good too. But I still think that Maul, you know what I'm saying, Maul wore him down, you know what I'm saying, took him into deep waters, wore him down, and almost knocked him out, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the fight. But yeah, learning lesson for the Charlos. I wouldn't say that it's getting exposed. I would say that it's because like I said, I think that Jermell won his fight, but I see where he could have done better. So in that aspect, yeah, he's got to fight smarter. He should have been the boxer. He's got to fight smarter. So, you know what I mean? Definitely lesson learned for him. And don't be taking this shit to the fucking, don't be leaving this shit in the hands of the judges, man. Stick behind your jab, work and work for the knockout. You know what I'm saying? Like he should have stopped Harrison. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, he should have stopped Tony Harrison. So work behind the jab, you know what I'm saying? Box, wear him down, and then go for the stoppage. Jamal, like I said, still not exposed. Left-handed fighter, strong. Even though he was fighting a southpaw, Willie Monroe, it's two different styles. This dude was much more experienced. Only has one loss on his record. Seasoned amateur, over 300 fights. And he was coming down from 168. So yeah, it's a learning lesson for both the Charlos. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Hopefully they'll become better fighters off of this. You know what I mean? They're going to go back to the drawing board because let's not get it twisted. Besides Floyd Mayweather, you know what I'm saying? All the great fighters in boxing history have took losses, multiple losses. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, you know, losing defines greatness. You know what I'm saying? Because it's how you bounce back from the loss. You know what I'm saying? 3-time, 4-time champions. You know what I'm saying? That's why these champions are 2 times, 3 times, 4 times champions. From losing, being able to bounce back from the loss, going to the drawing board, and coming back and being a better fighter, you know what I'm saying, than they were before. You know what I'm saying? Fixing the mistakes that they made, and just moving forward, man. So from the perspective of real life boxing, I don't say that the Charlo brothers were exposed, you know what I'm saying, because I feel like you know, if the negative encounters that they did encounter were off of their own mistakes, not necessarily off of what the other fighter was doing. I feel like Jermell Charlo, even though I feel like he won his fight, he could have definitely boxed better, worked off of his jab, and I think if he would have done that, he would have stopped Tony Harrison. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing for Jamal. I feel like if he would have fought a southpaw how you're supposed to fight them, instead of standing in front of him and walking the wrong way, he would have got Koblov out of there. He would have got him out of there. You know what I'm saying? I feel that way for both fighters. So I don't see any exposure. I just see, you know, where they just need to fight smarter. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I don't see, you know, I don't see to where the opponent was really doing anything. It was really the mistakes that the Charlos were making, not really anything, you know, super that their opponents were doing. So shout out to Kilbur's Corner in the comment section. When y'all watch this video, y'all make sure to go subscribe to Kill's Corner. You know what I mean? Great, legendary New England fighter, New England boxer, and my trainer, his first fighter. You know what I mean? So, hey, this is real life boxing, man. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go do what it do. Make sure you guys protect yourself at all times, man. Keep your hands up and your chin down, man. I'm out of here. Peace and one love to the whole world. Out.